I might yell at you the next time I see you.
Ready to get interviewed.
I'm on my way.
Yeah.
And I got us better mics.
Okay. What is so?
Try to tell the people that,
We're not fans, you are.
All right, vamos. Welcome to another episode of Hear Me and Beer Me. We're here at WWM. You can probably guess who my guest today is. You got to hear her. You got to beer her. Marybel, thank you for coming on the show.
Yes, thank you for inviting me on here.
Yeah, no, thanks for accepting the invite. Have you been on a podcast or anything prior to this?
I've been in a couple like interviews or like YouTube channels. So kind of. Yes.
Okay. I could imagine too, being like an instructor, you're kind of used to being in front of like, even though we don't have an audience really, but it's going out to an audience, you're kind of more like, accustomed to doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that kind of leads me to my first like kind of question, I guess, is what made you start this? I guess that's like the, $1 million question is what really brought you into this world and why did you pursue what you pursued with WWI?
I guess long story short is I wanted to be a lawyer.
Okay.
And I got my bachelor's. I started working at law firms. I went to a corporate office and I found out that I hated it. So with the job that I had, they introduced me to fitness. They had a fitness program at a sports gym in Highland Park. And the first day I walked in, I fell in love. It was a sports gym, so they tailored it a lot to athletes.
Okay.
But they had an adult like group training.
Uh-huh.
And I just fell in love, and that's when I'm like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. So I kind of found you in a way, right?
Yes.
And so that's great. I didn't know you were in law school. That's insane. So you graduated with your bachelor's and then you just...
With my bachelor's, yeah. So I didn't end up going to law school because I was like, you know what? Let me try to work and let me see how I like it before committing to more student loans. And
Yeah.
I was like, let me make sure this is what I want to do. And I just didn't enjoy it. It was, like a lot of reading and all these things. Well, I like to read, but like contracts and things like that, I was like, it just wasn't for me.
Okay, yeah.
The office life.
You felt that right away, then right off the jump. Okay. I did see a post of yours because I was kind of stalking your Instagram or whatever. I saw that you posted in 2022. You posted a post of you in 2014 where you said something that you took like one of those exams, right? Like online where it's like, what are you going to do with your life or something? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
And I found that interesting because you did pursue that. And it was that actually like a moment that stuck out to you on your journey kind of to starting it? Was you taking that exam that you really thought nothing of?
Yeah, so I think you're talking about, it was like one of those like Facebook exams where you answer questions.
Crazy. Yeah.
So yeah, I was actually in that job sitting at my desk.
Yeah. On Facebook.
On Facebook. And I took it and I was like, I know these are kind of dumb or whatever. And I was like, I'm just going to take it and see, just for fun. I'm bored at work. And it said CEO. And I was like, damn, this is a sign. Like, and at that moment, I don't know why, I just ended up posting it. And I'm like, I want this to happen. And what's crazy is at that moment, I don't even think I had stepped foot in the gym just yet, but I knew I wanted a business. So it's kind of weird how it kind of all worked out. Like I posted that shortly after, then I got into a gym. And then, it still took a couple more years, but it's when I look back at that post, I'm like, wow, I was manifesting this back in 2014, 2013.
Yeah, that's crazy, like how it all really came together. And I think that like with anything, I think anyone can start a business, right? And do, whatever. But I feel for it to really take off, that person has to really be passionate about it, about like really into it. And you do strike me as like you said, you fell in love the first time you set foot into where you went. So what do you think, had you tried to start something different, right? Like had it not been fitness, do you think you would have excelled or enjoyed it quite as much? Or was it like fitness or nothing for you really?
Once I found fitness, it was pretty much fitness or nothing. I quit my job and I tried to take on other little jobs on the side because I wanted to really figure out, is it something I really wanted to do, but I didn't know where to start. How do I become a trainer? And okay, I got my certificate now, but then where do I get the clients from? So yeah, it's just kind of like figuring it all out.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Can you explain to me, because obviously everyone watching here that's like comes here or knows you or whatever, knows WWM, they know kind of the gist of it because they've either came here or took in classes, whatever. But obviously I haven't. So can you explain to me like what kind of like WWM entails? It's sort of like, I know you can come here, you take specific classes, or you like come at a certain time for like a certain day, you know what I mean? Like, was that something that, because I see like gyms that do that like that, but did you think like your gym was going to be specific to that, or was it going to be more of an open concept and it's also like a woman gym? Like there's so much that came behind, I think, your idea, that it just kind of played out for you. But what was really behind the entire thing, and what is WWM?
So honestly, I had no expectations of what it was going to be or what it would become. I was just kind of like, I want a gym. I want to help women be fit. Okay. And actually at that time, I was just open to everyone. So I did have men as clients. I had women. But I noticed that women kept gravitating towards me. And it's obviously because I'm probably a woman. So, but it just kept naturally happening. And then women started thanking me like, oh, thank you for this space. But it's like, I never called it a women's program or a women's gym. It just kind of slowly started happening.
Oh, okay. So that was
like, yeah, so it was never intentional. And then it just continued. And then I noticed, there was a need for it. So I was like, cool, we'll just do it. And don't get me wrong, you still might see a man or two here. But as long as they're open and,
Yeah, right.
We all work out together. But yeah, so, and then it started as workout with Marybel. That's where WWM comes from. Because I had no clue what I wanted to name my gym. So it all kind of started as workout with Marybel. And then I was like, you know what, that's too long. So we shortened it to WWM.
Yeah. And I even think that WWM, it spells woman almost. Like,
right.
It kind of makes it even more like, oh yeah, it's like for women, like an all women gym or whatever. But that's cool. I didn't even know what it stood for until right now.
Yeah, workout with Marybel. But at this point, I tell people it could stand for anything. Workout with muscles, workout with many, workout with, it's so many different things that you can say about it, because it grew so big that it's not just about me anymore, and there's other trainers here too. So this is all about our community.
Yeah. So you have a team behind you, though, pretty much. Yes. You have trainers here that do their own, they take some of your material and use it. during their time?
Yeah, we just do. They just cover a lot of the classes that I have. So we have a lot of morning classes and evening classes. So then they come in and cover. But we're all working as a team. This isn't like, well, one person does this, one person does that. We're literally working as a straight team. If they need me to cover a class, I'll cover. If they need cover, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just kind of, everybody covers. We do boxing.
You do boxing
in here as well. So we have punching bags over there.
Oh, okay.
So they kind of.
I see. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, I've only been here for like pop-ups, but obviously it's kind of like there's a lot of people in here, and you can't really see like a lot of the equipment out here, like, you know, the space as a gym, how it is right now. You know, but that's cool though. Like, were you always at this location, and did you have another place where you did workouts?
Yeah, so I've been at a couple different places. I started off like renting from other studios here in the area, and you know, COVID hit, so we had to move online through Zoom, and then during the summer of COVID, we went outside. So we were at like different parks. We would go to the beach.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
On the day to COVID. Wow.
Yeah. So we had a company, and that's when I was just starting. So I was just starting. I was pregnant with my second son, and COVID shut everything down. So I was like, okay, we'll do Zoom. And then once I got hot out, everyone was tired of doing the online thing. So I'm like, okay, let's go to the park.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, now the park is boring. Let's go to the beach. And then I rented like another space. And then finally I made the decision to come here. So we've been here for like 3 years, maybe even 3.5 years at this location.
Oh, cool. I think it's interesting you say that. You're like, oh, we switched up locations and stuff. I think people gravitate towards that with you because you have a way to keep it like fun. I see that you guys always have like some sort of theme, or like, you know, a certain day we wear like pink. Is it Wednesdays? Is it like
Wednesdays we wear pink.
Okay, that's like you didn't invent that though, but like
I didn't invent girls,
but still you incorporate it, so it's cool. You know, I'm sure people look forward to coming somewhere where it's not like the regular gym where it's like, oh damn, like everyone's like all like better than you, or like, you know, you kind of have more of an inclusive community kind of thing going on, and you keep it fun. So cool.
No, we have a really good community. We actually get a lot of comments about that. I get people that are nervous or scared to come in, and then when they come, they're like, everyone's so nice here. Everyone talks to each other. Everybody helps each other. There's like, no egos. And I'm like, we're literally a really fun, open community. Like, anyone is welcome. And it's really a judgment-free zone. So.
Yeah. I kind of feel like very like disrespectful because I didn't wear the like gym gear to do this.
You need a shirt.
Yeah, I do need a shirt actually, but it's crazy though. I was like, I don't know, like I was like getting ready, and it never struck my mind. And as soon as I walked in here, I'm like, why am I wearing like jeans right now? Like it was totally like I wanted to go back and change like legit. But so you said you don't drink beer. Is what you said.
I don't drink beer, but I said I'll drink it for you.
Oh, that's awesome. I appreciate it.
For this podcast.
I actually don't drink water when I'm drinking. No, just kidding. I drink way too much water, actually. But cheers, then. You're not going to like this. I'll tell you right now.
Well, cheers.
Because this tastes just like beer.
I'm going to drink it because I'm breastfeeding. Because I just had my third baby. And supposedly beer helps with milk.
Hey, I believe it.
FYI.
My mom was probably drinking beer when she's not that bad.
I'm not a beer drinker, but
I kind of want to pivot off that and kind of more talk about like you just mentioned it. I mean, you have a newborn. Is it a daughter? Is she a daughter?
Is she a daughter? Yes.
Is it a daughter? Is she a daughter?
It is a daughter.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, no, that's cool. So that's your third.
Yeah, so I have 2 boys, and now I have the girl. So a 6-year-old, 3-year-old, and then now a 3-year-old.
Oh, wow. And you said you were pregnant kind of when you were starting all this.
I got my certificate while pregnant with my first son. I quit my job. And then for a couple months, I was just trying to figure out, like, what do I do? I did end up starting to work at the field house as a trainer there here in Waukegan. And I kind of built my clientele throughout that time. So my baby was like 1 year old at that time. And then during COVID, this is when I started this specifically and was pregnant. And I still was able to build all this. So like while I was opening this space up, I had like a 6-month-old baby. And I'm out here like looking at flooring, looking at equipment.
Just like when,
like a 2-year-old and a 6-month-old.
When you're like trying to just be laying down like at home. Yeah, that's great. I mean, that's cool though. They were like all a part of the journey in some ways. You know, that's really cool. To that effect, I know that they're all like very young still, but would you like, are you gonna encourage them like, oh, like health very early on? Because I think like me coming from like, I mean, work like a Hispanic household, it's not really like, oh, you gotta be like healthy and like, you know, it's more like, they go outside and they run around in the park. Like, you know, it's like, that's enough. Yeah. But I can imagine like with what you do, you're gonna like instill that very early on into your kids. And if they're into it, you know, they'll kind of find their own groove in it or whatever. So
yeah, for sure. My goal is to instill this on them. And I talk a lot about the gym, so they're always kind of talking about WWF.
I bet.
They're always asking that when can they go.
That's cool.
My oldest son, last year, he asked if I could make a video of him because we do like a lot of videos here. And so we did one with him working out here.
Yeah.
You know, we have toys at home that are like gym equipment type toys. So, you know, I'm definitely trying to slowly, little by little, incorporate these. But like you said, I want them to also love it. I don't want to be like a parent that's like pressured that like you have to work out.
Yeah.
Even though I want them to, but I do want them to fall in love with it as well. So hopefully they do. And, you know.
Yeah. No, that's crazy though. That like, because this is something like you, like obviously, because you like it so much, you see it like you're very passionate, like it's like fun, it's like therapy for you, right? How do you feel about how so many people see it as more like a chore or like, you know, something that's like so hard, where to you it's just kind of like you gravitate towards it? Like, how, do you ever think about that? Like, oh, like a lot of these, and is that why you try to make it so fun for people? You know, like. Yeah,
I mean, I think this is why I try to be really strict with like myself as well, and making it fun, because a lot of people look at it as not fun, or like you said, like a chore or something to check off a list. And it's like, no, you need to incorporate it into your daily lifestyle.
Yeah.
And we joke around a lot in here, and I feel like that's a part of it, to try to make people smile through this pain that they're going through, but it's good pain, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, I want to teach people to love fitness because movement just plays such a huge part in our lives. And like, especially now that I have 3 kids and I'm getting older, I'm just like, I feel so proud of myself for working out, because I'm like, I can run with my kids at the park. I can keep up with them. I can chase after them. We can play for hours. And it's like, not every parent can say that they're playing at the park with their kids, you know. So it's just such a huge, like, a blessing. And I'm hoping that my clients and people around me will see that fitness, yes, it can be about looks, but it's also a lot bigger than that. It's also about how are you going to move when you're 70, 80 years old? Mm-hmm. Do you really want to walk around with a cane, or do you want to still be able to be walking freely, you know?
Yeah,
so,
no, you're right.
Things like that.
You're right. We only get one body, and we really got to like take care of it. It's weird because I'm about to be 30. Like, it's crazy to say. Next year, actually, I'll be 30. So now you do start to think like, you know, like, yeah, like I'm not even like, you wouldn't think about it back then, right?
Yeah.
And now you do think like, oh, I'm not even doing it, like you said, to look good or like what. It's more like, no, I actually kind of just want to like feel okay, and like, you know, at the end of the day, like not feel like tired all the time, because I feel like that's a huge indicator, is when you're just like tired all the time or like stuff like that. I think that's people's sign like, okay, you actually need to get your ass in the gym, man, you know, like that.
Yeah. I mean, I see a lot of like TikToks and videos of people making jokes like, oh, when you're in your 30s and your knees are like squeaking or your back is hurting, and it's like, I can't relate. So
Yeah.
I'm in my 30s.
That's your biggest flex right there.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, okay, yes. I mean, with my pregnancies, I had some lower back pain, you know, of course, with the weight gain and things like that. And here and there, my knees, but like for the most part,
You're fine.
I'm fine, you know? So it's like, when I see videos like that, it is really funny. But at the same time, it's like, if you worked out though, that wouldn't be the case in your 30s.
Yeah. I actually, like, my back do be hurting sometimes. But I just think I just have such bad, like, right now when you said that, I was kind of like, yeah, you know, like, you're right. But I just sit like this all the time. And it's like, I gotta remember, like, dude, like, stand up, like, you know, like, I don't know. It's like, just, I'm much more comfortable like this. No, I don't know. I kind of want to pivot, like, all the way back, right? Like, how you started and stuff. And you said that you just knew you wanted to, like, have your own thing, like, be your own, like, CEO, have a business, but you had no idea what you wanted to do. That's kind of crazy, just to have, like, that instinct, you know?
Yeah.
And then actually kind of, like, make it happen. This is what WWM is, like, 4th year that you said? Well, not really, because
I'll be year 5.
Year 5?
In November, I'll be the 5th year that I started.
I feel like you have to do something crazy for year 5.
Oh, I am. Just wait a minute. I am.
Yeah? I mean, there probably won't be beer because you said you don't drink beer. So that doesn't sound crazy to me.
Usually we have like champagne here.
Okay.
Or wine or tequila.
Uh-huh. You guys
Jello shots.
Did you guys just have something for Cinco de Mayo, or am I making that up?
This year we didn't. But we have before, like, we'll bring in Jello shots. But we did for St. Patty's Day. We brought Jello shots. Usually we do for Cinco de Mayo, but we did it this year.
I think I'm gonna sign up. Like, I'm just gonna
just for the Jello shots.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put, like, Fernanda has got a thing on, and I'm just gonna show up and bring a couple beers and be like, yeah, let's get it. Work out with Marybel.
Let's do it.
No, I would probably, like, ruin your entire class. Everyone would just, like, not come back, you know?
Honestly, we love having men here. It's a lot of fun. We like to laugh.
Okay, you encourage it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Well, sometimes my clients bring in their husbands or boyfriends. And it's just kind of funny because I don't know why. A lot of people think that we, I guess, do girly workouts here.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's the women. Like, it works like women.
And men will come in here and they will throw up by the end of the class. So it's like, they're sweating too. We're a very empowered place. We like to be strong here. And we go heavy. And of course, you don't have to. Like, everyone can go at their own pace. But,
Yeah, I'm starting to be kind of happy that I wear jeans, actually, because you guys were going to put me to work, I think.
Right.
Yeah, and it even looks though like we are women. That's what it looks like. I do want a shirt though. Do you guys have something I could purchase, or you got to order some?
Yeah, you can purchase one for sure.
Okay, bet for sure. Because I'm gonna need one. I didn't even know you guys had that. I saw. I'll bring this up.
Nike.
Oh wow, big flex. Not fake.
Right.
Yeah. I saw you have your own brand though too, like of activewear.
Yes.
It's Maravillosa. When was that? Like, you just launched it?
That one I just started last year. That one has been a dream of mine for a very long time. Again, I was at my corporate job, and at the beginning I didn't think I was good enough to be a trainer. And I was like, well, what else can I do that's fitness related? And it was like clothes. And I started looking at designs and all types of stuff. And then I never did anything with it. And then when the whole gym thing took off, and I was like, you know what? Even if I don't think I'm good enough, I'm going to go ahead, get my certificates, start working, start getting clients. Once this built, it's just kind of weird how the universe sends you messages through people. I'm like a very universe and manifestation type of person. And I really listen to like my intuition, to people around me. And when this took off, people were like, you need your own brand. And it wouldn't stop. That topic would not stop. like people were just coming up to me telling me like, if you had clothes, I would buy it. Like, and I was like, you know what? I think it's time to work on my other dream. And last year I finally decided to do it, and it's been going really good. And we just released new colors and it sold out within like a couple days. So we got a new shipment coming in. So.
Oh wow! That's cool though. That's awesome. And you did mention that earlier that you believe in like manifesting and stuff like that. I believe it too. I like don't ask me about it because I don't know much about like like how things line up and stuff like that. Yeah. But I do believe it. I do really believe that if you say something like and you put it out there, I think that's the first step. If you put it out there, like I'm gonna do it, because then you start to believe it yourself.
Right.
You're like, oh yeah, I am doing it. It's almost like you have to lie too. So
in a way.
In a way, like, yeah, I'm gonna like you told yourself you're like, I'm being CEO, and you were like had a bachelor's in like law.
I know, like sitting in a cubicle.
Yeah, you're like, but one day just wait on it, and then full circle, like it just comes. I do think the first step is you put it out there, and you just like you just make it known that that's something you want to do. I'm just like blown away though by like how you were going to that like the lawyer path, and it's like very opposite from like who you are. It's like crazy. Like, what even got you to want to become a lawyer in the first place?
So for me, it was because my dad is Mexican, my mom is Puerto Rican, and
they argue all the time.
And they're what?
They argue all the time.
And they argue. Yeah. They do. No, I'm playing.
Cut.
And just kind of seeing like my family trying to get their papers and their citizenship.
Oh, okay.
It made me want to be a lawyer to kind of help immigrants. But the crazy part is I never actually did work in like immigration office. Every time like I applied to like immigration stuff, I just never got the job. But all the other law firms that did like other stuff, I would get hired for. So I guess in a way I never tried out the whole immigration part. But regardless, I realized that just being in an office all day just wasn't my thing anyways. And just the culture that I was surrounded by, it just wasn't for me. But initially, I wanted to be a lawyer so that I can help people. So if you kind of think about it, I'm still helping people.
Got it.
Just in a different way. So my goal has always been, okay, I want a job that's going to help people. And it just didn't end up being law. It ended up being fitness.
Mm-hmm.
But, Kim Kardashian became a lawyer now. So technically, I can still go to law school.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
And try it out, too.
Yeah.
But,
we're to see you in like 15 years, like the federal cases, like.
So you never know.
Yeah, you never know. But yeah, I just think that like the paradox between like fitness and law, because this is like you're moving all day and like, whatever, where it's at, it's like, said you're kind of like cubicle, just like these courtrooms, like sitting the entire time.
Yeah.
Like it's such a big, like, but I do think that was a sign. Let's go again, another sign from the universe that you weren't getting hired for what you wanted to do, which was immigration stuff. Yeah. I think it was like, no, this isn't your path. Like you can help people, just not that way. Just not that way. Yeah, until you become Kim Kardashian.
And
and become a lawyer. Is she really like is she a good lawyer?
I don't remember now, but there's like some different requirements in California that you could become a lawyer by not even going to law school.
Really?
You just gotta put in certain hours.
She just cheated the system.
Right. So Illinois doesn't have that, so I would actually have to go to school.
Or go to California.
Or true, I could do that.
Would you move anywhere? I mean, maybe now it's hard because you have this here. Yeah. But did you ever think about like moving like out of state or anything?
Before, yes, I used to say I wanted to move to Florida. I wanted to be somewhere tropical or somewhere hot. But once I built WWM and I built the community here, I really don't see myself anywhere else. I wouldn't move for the weather either. I feel like the community that I have here is super strong and I love the people here. And, I was born in Waukegan, so I feel like I spent a lot of time trying to run away from Waukegan.
Yeah. As most of us do, I think.
because the way the high school and things that you hear, like, oh, everything is so bad. And don't get me wrong, obviously there are some bad things here, but there is a lot of good and a lot of good families here. So it's like I spent all my years trying to run away, and I went to college away from here as well. But I just came right back, and as much as I tried to run away from it, it kept pulling me back. And now I'm just like, I want to build Waukegan. I want to build community here. I want to make it a better place. And I don't see myself leaving anytime soon, maybe when I retire or something. But as of right now, this is exactly where I want to be.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That you know how they say, like, you can take the person away from the city, but like you can't take the city away from the person. Like, I feel like that's so true, because wherever you go, it's like you're always, and I think you get like culture shock too whenever you go anywhere else, and you're like, oh wait, you guys don't do that, or like people don't act this way here. That's kind of funny. But so you're Mexican, and half Mexican, half Puerto Rican.
Yes.
Have you been to both?
Yes.
Which would you like more? I'm putting you on the spot right now.
I'm not gonna pick.
Oh man, I was gonna clip that. That was gonna be the only clip for like this whole thing, and start like the whole like debate.
Start a war.
Yeah, start a war. Right? No, I haven't been to Puerto Rico, but I really want to go though.
You should go.
What part of Puerto Rico are you from?
Ponce.
That's like I can't really tell you where that is. But.
So like San Juan.
Okay.
Is up here. Ponce is down here.
Okay, San Juan then, is it kind of like in the center of the island? Would you say that?
No, it's more like the north.
Oh, really?
It's north, yeah.
And then Ponce is like on the south.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Where's Bad Bunny from?
My sister's gonna hate me. I don't remember. Is it? I forgot.
Is it? I feel like I've heard him say it so many times. Guayamón or something like that.
It's a little town. I don't remember, to be honest.
What part of Mexico did you go to? Like where you're?
My dad is from Jalisco, so.
Oh, okay. And you went there?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had a Jalisco either. I've been to Puerto Vallarta though, and that's like right there.
I've been there too.
Did you like it?
Yes.
Okay, but not more than Puerto Rico. You said that.
No, I didn't say that. See, the food in Mexico is so good. So
Yeah.
I would fly any day just to go eat. I mean, Puerto Rico is just a beautiful island, obviously. So, but there's so much culture in Mexico too. Like, there's just so much to explore.
Yeah, I feel like each of it's its own like part of the world. Like each you can't. It's not something like you can really compare. But I really want to go to Puerto Rico like soon, like legit. I've been saying that now for like 2 years. I haven't gone. Are you like into like? Are you like a reggaeton person? Or like, what do you do? So like, you're in the car. What are you listening to?
It's usually reggaeton or rap, either one of the two.
I kind of envy you because you can claim reggaeton like, oh yeah,
Like, yeah.
I'm actually from there, and me, I'm just like the outsider that's like really into it, but I can't like claim it at all. So I envy you for that. But that's why I want to go to Puerto Rico. I feel like you probably go there, that's all you're listening to, like at restaurants, and stuff like that.
I guess, yeah. Well, yes and no, because like I feel like reggaeton is more for like the younger people. Like if I go to my grandparents' house in Puerto Rico, they're not listening to reggaeton.
What are they listening to?
They're listening to salsa,
Okay.
merengue. You know what I'm saying? Like other music. And if we play reggaeton in front of them, they're like, "Oh my gosh!" Like because of the lyrics are so vulgar.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know how much of reggaeton you understand. I kind of question it myself, like, because a lot of the slang is from Puerto Rico. So I'm like, I see all types of people singing it, which is great. But it's like, how much of it do you really understand it?
Yeah, there's like now some words I've become to.
You're starting to.
Yeah, no, I get what that means. I can't believe your grandparents think the same thing. I feel like they would have been accustomed to it, living there. No, like I can see that though. My grandma probably is the same way with like all the new, like like regional Mexican music that's like talking about like drugs and like sex and stuff. But I would have thought though, like the older people there are just like used to it, but that's only that they're not.
No, they're not at all. But I went to Puerto Rico when Bad Bunny released Un Verano Sin Ti. And we literally landed like the day after. And it was like the best experience ever because he literally, I felt like, took over the whole island.
Yeah.
There was billboards all over the island. Little areas where you could take pictures just randomly on the beach that had like Bad Bunny stuff.
That's crazy. That was literally like 2 years ago, right? Like to the day almost.
Yeah.
I think I just saw that they like 2-year anniversary or something. You were probably getting those Snapchat
yes, I was
memories.
This past week, yes.
Yeah. I wish I was in it now. Yeah, he like really, I don't know how he like, I don't know how he just took over like the way he did, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like I haven't been there, but I feel like Puerto Rico was like proud, right? Like I was.
Yes. Yeah. They are now. Yeah.
At first they were.
I think at the beginning, no. Just because again, like all the vulgar. It's kind of like if you think about like hip hop.
At first.
Like at first, it's kind of like, I don't know. So I think Puerto Rico had a lot of that going on. But I think now we're getting better.
Yeah, it takes a while for people to come around and stuff like that. And then like they were really like judging him like the way he like dresses and like all like his like actual lyrics, because I feel like his lyrics even are more like
right.
Yeah, like a little bit more. He pushes it like, oh shit, you know, like those you think about like, yeah, I'm not playing this around my mom, you know,
yeah,
especially because they can understand it. Well, like half of it, every other word.
Literally. So my husband is Black. He doesn't speak Spanish. I mean, he's kind of learning.
Okay.
And he likes to listen to reggaeton though, even though he can't understand it. And he's always playing it at my like family parties because he likes to like DJ any of my parties. So I'm always like, you cannot play this song. And then he'll start playing it, and my parents are like, can we change the song? But he doesn't understand the words, so he's just like, I'm like, no, you don't get it. No.
That's so cool though. He's embracing the culture like that. That's yeah, no, I can see though, like I think there was like a baseball player that his walkout song was like Titi no preguntó, and it like kind of has a lot of stuff like that. And then I think they told him like, hey, like you know this, and he's like, oh man, like my like 3-year-old picked that song for me to walk out to or something. He's like, we might have to not play it at the house anymore because he didn't know like exactly what the lyrics mean or say, you know. Yeah. I wanted to ask you though, like about like future plans. Like I know you may like be focused on this right now and just like, you know, where you're at right now. But do you have anything? I mean, we kind of mentioned about you wanting to become like Kim Kardashian or whatnot, but like just something maybe like that you have planned coming up or, you know, in the works or anything that you wouldn't mind sharing with us.
I'm not sure what I can share, but I definitely do have tons of ideas. And, you know, I keep a notebook with different ideas of different plans. But I guess I don't like to speak on it until I'm actually working on it. So I don't know, but for sure, expect more. Yeah. I definitely want to grow this into an empire. So you'll definitely
some very exciting things.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I saw you had like a collab. I don't know how long ago it was. You had a collab with like Chiquito Pero Picasso.
Yes.
And I thought that was really cool. I didn't even know of it in real time. Not until I was like looking stuff now. But what? So you guys basically had like a drink at their location?
Yeah. So we just did like a WWM shake. We did like fruits. We try to make it healthy. So like fruits that I like, and then it had like protein. So it's like a protein shake. So we kind of collab together. So I try to collab with different businesses locally in the area. So that was one really cool one. So yeah, and the shake was good, but I guess you missed it. It's not there anymore. It was a limited time.
That's insane. I missed that. I don't have a shirt.
Right.
I just
came in jeans.
You know what? I'm not that mad. I spilled on your floor anymore. Yeah, I came in jeans. I can't believe like I'm still sitting here trying to like figure out how that happened. Like, but no, yeah, that's honestly cool. Like you're doing a lot for the community, and even just like hearing you speak. Like once you said like, oh no, like. There was a time where I was running away, and now like I kind of like I'm here. This is my home base or whatever. That's cool that you're trying to get back and doing what you love to do and sharing it with the people here. So I commend you for that. That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We try to be involved in the community, so we do give back a lot, and we do like different things. Like we donate like diapers to moms in need. So we try to work with different charities in the area too, that help people locally. So it's definitely, you give and receive, and
Yeah.
I try to give.
Yeah. Do a lot of those things like you come up with them, or people approach it for, like how do most things come up?
At the beginning, I feel like it was mainly me kind of like seeking out what to do, or people telling me of organizations. Like I would ask, because I do have a lot of members, I would ask like, oh, what are they a part of, or where do they work? So I kind of would get connected that way as well. But at this point, I think because I made such a big impression, now organizations are reaching out to me. So I don't really have to seek them that much anymore. They usually come to me now.
Yeah.
Which is good. But then now I have to choose like, okay, well, who do I work with? Because I can't do all of them, right? So I also have to kind of like now pick and choose. Like, okay, are we going to do this? Are we going to do that? So just whatever aligns with the gym.
And you don't want to make those people feel bad either. Like, trying to like, even though you probably want to, it's just you can't do all of them like all at once.
Yeah. So we try to do as much as we can. Like we just helped an organization in Zion do like a 5K, and they help women in domestic abuse situations. So a safe place in Zion. So we help with a 5K that they put on every year in Libertyville.
Did that just happen like 2 weeks ago?
Like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Okay. I think I did see that actually. You guys had like a hand in that?
Yeah. So we help like warm the crowd up. Of course, we donated money as well to the organization, and then we ran the 5K as well. So all of that brings awareness to their cause. But it was a really good time. So this is our second year doing that. So we look forward to next year as well.
Cool. How excited do you get when the summertime's coming up, like to be doing this? Like, do you see a spike in like people coming in too?
Yeah, I feel like summer, even though some people say like, oh, well, there's a lot of vacations and things, but no, it actually gets pretty packed in here. We have a big garage door, so we open it up and get like fresh air in here. The sun is in here.
Yeah, better vibes.
Right, exactly. Yeah. We have an entire back parking lot that's usually empty. So when it's empty, we pretty much use it all as well. So you get a good workout in, but then you also get fresh air. So that's why this is like a great location, because you're not just stuck in here either. We can also kind of go outside and get some fresh air and some vitamin D all working out. Yeah.
I mean, I do think, like you said, it's a good location, to be honest, for that. And then you just open up this door, you get all the sun coming in. I mean, unless it's like 4 a.m., like all you crazy cycles.
Yeah, 4 a.m. we still open the door, but it's dark at that time. But we get the fresh air.
No, that's great. Like, shout out to anyone that comes through at 4. And shout out to you for coming in at 4 too. Like I said, I'm still like, I see 4 o'clock and I'm like, still got another like hour and a half. I don't know how, like, maybe one day I'll get there. Maybe one day.
I mean, I think when you have a place to look forward to, it's easy to get here. Because again, 4:45, even 5:45, those are like the biggest classes of the day. And they're the earliest. And I think that when you have like a good community waiting for you, like it's different than going to Planet Fitness where you're just gonna go and like no one's waiting for you, so you can easily hit the snooze button and close your eyes and be like, oh well, no one's gonna check on me for that, right?
Yeah.
But here it's more like the trainer is waiting for you. I might yell at you the next time I see you. And then you also know that your gym friends or your gym community is here. So I feel like it's also a big accountability. Like, oh, I know they're gonna be there.
Yeah, they're waiting on me. I can see their group chats like going on, like wake up, like where you at. I can definitely see that, and I can like resonate a bit because I started running, and I kind of like I have a running group chat now, like with some of my buddies that run, and it doesn't even come out of me anymore. They're just like, yeah, we should go here. And I'm like, yeah, like, let's go. Like, why not, And I hate not being able to go sometimes. I could imagine that that's how they feel, like waking up and you're like looking forward to waking up. You know, I can see how that can help a lot. You kind of called me out there with the Planet Fitness. I do hit this news button. I'm like, you know what? I just go at night and then I don't go.
You know. No offense to Planet Fitness, but nobody's waiting on you over there. So.
No, you're right. Nobody's waiting on me. Sometimes they won't even say good morning. I'll just play. They're really good about that, actually. They're really good about that. But no, that's good. I mean, like I said, everything you have going on here is like really sick, and I think we can expect a lot, like in the future from.
Yeah, we're definitely working on big things, but I'd rather not say just yet. Yeah, don't say them because not even like, oh, what if it doesn't happen? It's like no, it's gonna happen.
Okay, it's gonna happen. Yeah. It'd rather be a surprise. You can't break the news here. You can't break it. You gotta have everything like in place, you know.
Yeah, once it's rolling, then you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I break the news once it's rolling?
We could.
Yeah.
We could.
Okay. We'll do like a TikTok or something.
Right.
I'm just like sitting in the back. Like I want to be a part of it, but not like.
Just want to be there.
Yeah, I just want to be there. I'll hold the camera. Actually, what TikTok. But but thank you for coming on. Like really, it means a lot. I kind of noticed. I don't think you drank your beer. Like
I said something.
You said something about Planet Fitness, so I was like, oh, we defend them. No,
they're the ones with pizza.
That's crazy, right? I never got to. I never got to go out during those days, but that is kind of crazy. I would have probably woken up that day, but yeah, the day that you had pizza. But no, thank you for coming on. It means a lot. I can't wait for this to come out. I think a lot of people are going to be excited to see you on. So
yeah, I think it's going to be good. And thank you for inviting me. And I feel like the biggest takeaway I want people to take from this as well is, if you're stuck in a career, it doesn't matter. You can always change your path, no matter what age. I guess I was still kind of young, but I was in my late 20s, almost 30s. And I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. And I changed careers and it worked out. I think if like we talked about, if you're passionate about something and you just go hard at it, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
It might not happen right away. It might not happen a year from now, but in a couple of years, it could just blow up. And that's kind of how it all happens. So.
Yeah, because yours wasn't like overnight either. You've been at it for a while. Started off like the field house and then had this idea and it just took off. So yeah, no, you're right. I think it's never too late. Yeah. It really is never too late. So that is a good takeaway from all this. Yes. And it was surprising to me. I didn't know that you were a completely different path, like right before.
Yes, I was.
But yeah, Marybel, thank you so much, bro, for coming on. And can't wait to walk to the camera for that. Yeah. But all right, then thank you guys. Remember to hit that subscribe, like button. I don't know how that actually reads. And tune in to the next one. Peace.
Bye.
All right.